は、はい、質問なんですけれども、まずどういうふうに生活してたのかと、もうちょっと具体的に路上生活の、暮らし方を教えてください。
Thank you for that wonderful question. When I was baking, I was able to keep the money save that money for me to make a small business, because in the Philippines there are lots of business. That's why I keep that money and buy cigarettes, candies or biscuits. Then I will sell it in the street also. Then if there is someone who want to buy the whole pack of the cigarettes, they say keep the change. Keep the change. Then I'm very happy because I will buy more, or maybe thrice or twice of that product. And then I will use that money for us to be able to buy our food and to support my family. And also that time I continues my studying at the secondary.
実際にその具体的な今お話をしてくれたので、それ以外に何か元締めとかこのコントロールする人は、いたんですか？それとも一人でやってたんでしょう？活動してたんでしょうか？
I am doing that by myself.
自分でやってました。はい。
Yes, I just think that I do not want to always beg, ask money for the other people, because maybe they will, some people will think negative to me, or I will be discriminated by those people. Why did you always ask money? Why don't you do anything best for you to continue earning money? That's why I do a small business for that, and no one managers or anything else, or no one helped me that time.
When I was living in the street, parking, like they have a car, you need to assist them into the parking, cleaning their car. And sometimes one woman who always asks for me to clean her house or doing something, but it's very rare. It's not always like that. Majority of the time, when I was living on the street, is more on begging and more on, I sell also, but not so often, because in the place where I was staying is many policemen who will gonna arrest me at the time, so I was very afraid. And then when I was being recruited as well, I have a mama sang who controlled me, and aside from staying in the bar, they brought me also in the street for looking for a customer, together with other men who are monitoring our activities, so that we are not allowed to escape or going somewhere.
フィリピンやその他開発途上国などに行くと、日本人である私たちはよく物乞いの子どもたちに会います。実際にどういうふうに対応したらいいと思いますか？お金をあげるべきなんでしょうか？それともどういうふうな手助けをすることができるかアドバイスをください。
For me, money is just money. We don't need money for us to be motivated by someone. But money will be needed for us to support ourselves, or to support the street child, or the child in the street. But the only thing that you can do, in my own opinion, you can appreciate everything that you have. You can give everything that you have If you want to help the street child, anything you want. If you want to visit the Philippines, if you want to have a manpower for the different activities for the childhood or the different organizations, street organization, a non-government organization in the Philippines, there's no matter about that. The only thing is, how did you help the people or the street child in the Philippines? It's up to you. It's up to you. How did you want to give help for the street child in the Philippines? Just like, for example, I told you earlier that I make an organization, my own organization, but it is just 20 members of that organization, volunteer organization, that they are very lucky leaders because they have their own house, they have the money to buy anything they want. But I make that organization because I want them to know the situation or the differences of the community-based and street-based. In what way they help? In what way they help the street child? Even though they are same Filipinos, they help them. Maybe because I'm the founder of that organization, I tell them to, if they can give or donate anything from their heart, it is better, because the street child will appreciate everything. Like, for example, one of the curriculum chairman in my former school, the Manuel G. Arroyo High School, gave us the 200 pieces of notebooks before the classes starts that time. Then there is someone gave money for us to buy school supplies. Then we will buy that school supplies and assemble that to give to all those street children, not just in one area in the Philippines. Maybe we started that because we are just small organization. We gave that for different area in the Philippines. Also, you can help us by telling anyone if you can give money, if you can give materials, if you can go in the Philippines. If there is someone who can, you must tell. That is my own opinion for that. If you do not have, but you want to help the street children in the Philippines, you just like, for example, if Miss Marlene can help and I can't help, but I do want to help them, I will tell Miss Marlene the situation of the street children, even if Miss Marlene did not know it yet. That's why, Miss Marlene will be willing to help the street children. You can help that. Like, for example, you, let's say, halimbawa, Miss Yasuko. Miss Yasuko is, she have been in the Philippines before. Last 3 years ago, she is the intern of the Child Home Mission Philippines. Then she brought us some students, is it right? Some students from here, from Japan, for them to know the situation of the street children. In that way, you can help us. Just like what I said earlier, money is just money. Well, anyone can give money, but the best is how you approach the street children in the Philippines, or also I am hoping that you will approach street children in any part of the world, because approaching like, for example, me, there is someone approaching me before, Kuya Jesse, in my presentation earlier. It is very wow I really love approaching. I really love someone approaching me and telling me something for me or motivating me to do best, not just only for me, but also for the street children in the Philippines.
はい、ありがとうございます。具体的な経験も踏まえて。では次の質問はハリエットさんの質問です。実際に、土地を追われたりとかしている先住民族の人々で、特に子どもたちも大変な思いをしていると思うんですけれども、そうやって家を追われてその土地に住めなくなって自分のところから離れて、村から離れて避難所にいる子どもたちもいると思うんですが、どういうふうにそこで暮らしているんでしょうか。学校には行ってるんでしょうか。子どもたちの状況を教えてください。
Okay, the two shelters that I went to, of course, in the evacuation center, they don't have proper sanitation. And if ever there is a like toilet, it's not enough for the use of evacuation center. For example, in Surigao, there are around 3,000 people, but there are only 2. And the source of water is not very secure. Even there are NGOs providing water, so we are not sure of what kind of water, no? The quality of water is unsure. Okay? So you can now deduce what kind of life children are living in evacuation centers. Okay? So they build huts. While they are in the mountains, they have the luxury of their space. But while they are in the evacuation center, of course, that luxury is taken away from them. Actually, one of the mother that I was able to talk to, they are really eager, very eager much to return to their community. Because first, they don't like their children to grow in this kind of environment. First, they don't like their children to be begging or to be depending on other people. They don't like their children to lose the value of perseverance. Okay, with regards to their schooling, in both refugee camp or refugee shelter, they establish makeshift classrooms so that the teachers can continue to deliver education to the high school students in Surigao, because most of those who were displaced or removed from their communities belong to the high school in that community Lumad school, while the one in Davao is elementary. So they continue the schooling of the children even in the evacuation center. So they establish people from outside, friends, NGOs, from religious groups, sometimes from the government. They help to establish the structure, even though very not conducive to learning for us, not like this very gorgeous space, but they still continue to impart knowledge to the young children and the youth, no? So they have this ability to adjust. So our role now is to support, give them support, whether material or financial, and most especially our moral support.
マーリーンさんとジュード君に質問です。お二人は非常に辛い体験をして、それを私たちの前でさっき話してくれましたが、そういうふうに人前に立って話そう、そういうふうな、それからまた、逆に支援する側になって活動しようという、そういう原動力はどこから来ていますか？
As I mentioned earlier, I am a junior child rights advocate and attending many seminars from different parts of the Philippines. Last April 2015, I attended the island consultation in Mindanao. That was my first time travel using the airplane, and different seminars in the Philippines. That's why before, when I was a child, when I was young, maybe 6 years old, and when I became a member of Channel, I am very shy. I am very shy to speak in front of many people, even though I want to, even though they want me to lead the prayer, I am very shy. No, you lead the prayer, but I says no, I don't want. In that time, I cried. But because of the many seminars attended, many opportunities that I had because of my organization, I learned it from the seminars or different activities that I came. And also, they teach me how to. I have a organization, Museo Pambata, the first children's museum in the Philippines. They teach me storytelling, how to make a storytelling. That's why I know how to deliver well. And I am also trained as the masters of ceremonies in different activities or programs of my organization. I am also hosting like for example, Debu. You know Debu? Debu, in the Philippines, there is a celebration of the woman going 18 years old. If you're going 18 years old, there is a party dancing together with giving them 18 roses and 18 give Debu. In that way, I learned and I am confidently because it is because of the organization. And why I am not shy now to speak in front of many people? Because I have learned it many times. I am experienced that many times. If you experience to speak in many people many times, so that you are very confident to speak with them. That's why I am well, yeah, but in Tagalog, in Filipino, not in English because I did not speak very well in English. Thank you very much.
はい、英語も素晴らしいです。ありがとうございます。では、マーリンさんは何をが原動力になってますか？
For me, my motivation is when I touch the life of one individual. When I share my story, and I know and I believe we have so much people here, but I don't know your background. If you listen to my story, maybe we have similar things that we got through. We don't know, but through my story, I want to share it for the purpose that I want you to become aware that this is the reality in life. Human trafficking exists not only in the Philippines, but abroad also, in Japan or anywhere else. I also share my story so that many people, like for example, when I do rescue operation, rescuing girls from bar and brothels, the children who was being rescued are hesitant to go with a policeman or any official. But when I say that I got through those pain and I myself was victim, they give me trust. I get confidence, I get their trust, and easily they can talk what they got through. Sharing also my experiences in my life. I know it is a shameful part. I cannot change it. But through my story, I use my negative story into a positive way. How? Saving people who are in the same situation as me. I use my skills and ability into counseling. because I can put myself into their shoes. I can say that I understood what you got through. Also, last year in 2015, I've been to US. And it was a big opportunity for me to invited by one of the senators in US, whereby I share my story. And afterward, sharing that story, the human trafficking law in USA was being passed by all senators, and it was marked another history in USA. That made me motivation, saving one individual, listening, and caring for those victims of survivor also, and changing policy in the government.
はい、ありがとうございました。